Hi, everybody. My name is Gavin Poyer, and welcome back. Today we're listening to more Monica and with a special guest. So we have Pavarotti, who I am not familiar with. I know people have suggested this in the past, and I want to say that this is an opera singer, but I can't be 100% sure on that. I'm excited if it is though, because I'm totally down for that. I love opera. It's just big and theatrical and just true power of the voice, which I think we already know that Monica is probably capable of that. Um, so let's just get straight into it. Yeah. Mm. Mhm.
Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccatum mundi, miserere Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata mundi.
Yeah, this is a bit different. I think from what we've listened to before, I know Monica had that whole tour where everything was backed up by the orchestra and stuff like that, but I don't think it was anything on this scale, with that uh what's the word I'm looking for? Bravado? Is that the right word I'm looking for an opera singer, where they just belt out their voice. Uh and so it's a little bit different seeing her in this way, but man, is she able to pull it together, it's very clear and obviously a very different style of singing, and it's she can just do everything. And then we got the other guy, and yeah, he's an opera singer. I was right about that, and uh, uh, one of my old friends used to be an opera singer, and or at least studied opera, and it's really cool to listen to.
Miserere, miserere, miserere nobis. Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata mundi. Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata mundi. Dona nobis pacem. Agnus Dei, dona pacem, Agnus Dei, dona nobis.
Oh my god, this is a lot of fun. It's interesting to see the difference between Monica and him. Obviously, they come from totally different backgrounds, I'm assuming, uh, and totally different musical styles. So it's interesting to see Monica perform where she's a little bit bigger, maybe a little bit more theatrical, but it's interesting to see Pavarotti sing where he kind of just stands his ground and lets kind of his voice do the work. At least that's what I'm saying. I know that opera can be sort of like a theater performance where it's on a stage and it's following storyline and stuff, but I don't know how physical they are. Physical like Monica, for example, because she's definitely a physical performer, and I love it. Yes, I think they both hit that note perfectly at the end. I noticed I was a little bit worried about Monica to see if she could sustain that for, that long of a time, but I think she did a perfect job there. Or at least in my opinion. I'm not a professional in any sense, but it sounded good to me, so that's what I'm saying. Um, that was fantastic. I really did enjoy that. I don't know. There's something about the stage that really appeals to me. I love big like theatrical stuff, kind of like this. I know it wasn't like eh, all the way theatrical, but obviously it has some of those components to it. That was really interesting. I'm glad I got to see that though. Really fun. Okay, that's the end of the video. Please leave comments about the next Monica performance you want to see me react to. Other than that, I'm gonna get out of here. Okay. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.